Well, we're going to talk a little bit about extension cords. Don't you hate it when one gets chewed up by some kind of lawn equipment? Then you're wandering around with a cord hanging off with the copper showing. Well, you need to dump that thing real quick and get you another one. I'm going to show you how to replace the end on one. Well, what I always do, you want to look for your ground wire, your earth ground wire. Then you just want to slice that back. And then just peel that back. Sometimes you may have to do it twice. There we go. Peel it back. I mean, cut a little bit more out of there if you have to. There we go. And just peel this back out of the way. There, now I got the wires. And I don't even cut this stuff off. I just leave it on there. It's just a little extra help for your strain relief. Okay, then we want to cut these back. Normally you have 3 wires. Your black, which is your hot, your white's which is neutral, and your green is your earth ground. And you only want about 1/2 inch because that's about all the holding power you've got on your plug or your end plug. That's where these wire strippers come in handy. Okay. Now we've got those cut. Okay, we got our end on there, so you don't have to worry about that. Just fold this back. I don't know where my tape is, but if I had any, here it is. You see, I got it taped back out of the way. Not very good, but now we got our 3 wires. Now you just need to kind of twist these up, make sure all the wires are in one spot. I don't know of any good one to start with first. I guess it's just whichever one I'm closest to. So we'll just start with our green. That's the green colored one. Open that thing up. These are just clamps. Shove that in there all the way to the insulation. Try to hold it in place, tighten it up a little bit. Of course, it never works out right when you got the white or the black on the correct sides. Go ahead and tighten this up as tight as you can, and then give it a little more. But we will do one more tighten when we're done. Now you're going to notice there's a silver screw and there's a brass screw. Now this is important, especially if your plug is polarized. Is your brass screw is for your black screw, so figure brass black. So we'll do that one first just to kind of get that out of the way. Okay, let's get that stuck down in there best we can. Oh, gotta twist it a little bit more. I have to put a little bend to it. There we go. Push it all the way down till it bottoms. You really don't want any wiring showing. Okay. Now we go around here to our silver one, which is what? That's correct, the white. You just want to be sure. Take your time. This is one of these projects you don't want to get in a hurry on. Especially if you get in a hurry and the other end's plugged in, which I've done that before. It didn't take long to figure out it was hot. Okay, now when you get everything run in, now get you a flathead. Because that flathead you can get a little bit more up on it. Okay, there's that one. There's your Chinese brass one. Okay, and then your ground. Okay, now we're done. Okay, now we'll just shove this. Of course, now you got to look for the. There's usually a little brass thing, but sometimes just a little notch in your end here. Sometimes if you have a little problem because you've got too much insulation, I'll take this off and show you what you can do. Rather than trying to cut it down to the wire, just cut it back some. You don't have to cut it all off because that just kind of gives you a little bit more protection. Anyway, now we're going to shove it back into here. Find our little spot. There we go. Got it together. Should run in there. Before you screw them all the way in, just run them up a little bit till you get all three of them in case you gotta pull them back out. And that's it. You're all hooked up, and all you gotta do now is just tighten up your strain relief. And now you want to get this as tight as you can because you're not going to damage this thing. You want it to really squeeze down tight on this cord because that's what it's designed to do. This thing's designed to keep you from pulling this thing out, and one thing you don't want is a loose cord in there. And then you yank this thing out, and the next thing you know, you got live wires sitting around here that you don't sure as heck don't want to touch. So get that thing good and tight. Alright. Now on your bigger cables, you know, it's not going to pull up all the way. It's going to pull up really, really close, but you're just going to have to use your own judgment on how far to pull it up. But in any case, that's it. So, well, I can't believe this has even got the which wire goes where. You got the W for the white, G for the ground. Don't have anything over here for the black. So they've never done that before. I guess this is some kind of new thing. Alrighty, I think we're pretty much done.